Jesus says, "Flee Satan's traps. Uphold my honor in this season." December 1st, 2015. Words from Jesus through Sister Clare. Spoken by Jackie. Clare began. "Well, my precious family, I cannot withhold from you my weakness and the Lord's incredible kindness. Today is the day after Cyber Monday. For the last few days, I've been hit with temptations to spend money on what I would call non-essential things. I have fought and fought and fought this off, but eventually I blew it. While I was being stupid, I knew that Black Panther had me by the throat, but I brushed that thought aside to indulge myself. Lord, I've nothing to say for myself except I'm very, very sorry for my weakness and sin, and I'm sorry for hurting you and Ezekiel." Jesus began, "My dove, you're just like everyone else around this time of the year. Sad but true. Although in the past, when you were without a little discretionary money, it was easier. But I'm very happy that you're spending money on others. In that regard, I'm proud of you. But you're still a work under construction." And to explain that, if a donation comes in, we set a certain amount aside for other people so that we have a fund. And some of you have earmarked some of the money that you've sent us for that very thing. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're making quite a difference in the community. When we were living on $300 a month, barely surviving, I thought I was over my Black Panther. But now that we have a little extra, I'm discovering just how vulnerable I still am. A woman may think she's honest until she's presented with an enormous temptation. Then she can find out exactly how weak she is. God help us all. Jesus continued, "Moving along, to all my OCD brides, understand that this time of the year is loaded with a spring bear trap to slam your foot into debt and tie you down with obligations you will have to struggle to meet for a very long time. Satan is behind this, as in all sins of the flesh. I wish for you all to be smarter than your adversary. I'm not pleased with you going into debt in my name. Rather, I would love to see you stay very simple and focused on my birth, doing little things with your children to make my birth a memorable occasion, not joining hands with the harlot and turning it into an occasion of sin. Do not hearken to the naysayers who criticize this time of the year. There is much grace released from heaven during this season if it is handled properly, with the right heart, and avarice and greed have not entered." For instance, the plays that are reenacted are wonderful for telling the real meaning behind the season. Do you know my angels are present at those events to bring a sweetness and conviction that a child will never forget? And even the adults are being drawn to me. Oh, how glorious it is to see hearts changed as they ponder my incarnation. It doesn't matter whether or not the Lord was born on that day or another day. He's using that day to bring an awareness of himself to lost humanity that is caught in such darkness. Of course, Satan jumps right in on the heels of that with greed, avarice, and partying. Well said. That is exactly what has happened, especially in this secular godless age, where man has become his own God, with no need for me. So I take this rare opportunity to focus on my birth, that the little ones might be drawn to me. But even now the enemy has worked day and night to remove even that remembrance of my birth and meaning from Christmas, to the point where to display a manger is a criminal offense in this country. That was 2015 under Obama. And for those of you who are naysayers, it should be obvious to you that this time of the year is a threat to Satan, or he would never work so hard to erase the memory of the true meaning. But you, my brides, my highly honored ones, please uphold my honor and do not fall prey to the world, giving into impulses to shop and take advantage of sales that are deliberately set up to make you fall into materialism. I have no problem with a modest list of things you've needed for your ministry or to help others, or a few personal items, but please do not allow it to get out of hand and trap you into immobilizing personal debt. Uphold my honor, my cherished ones. What you do for the poor shall be forever remembered and credited to you. But stay in my grace, not the unction of the prowling unclean spirits that seek to entangle you and draw your hearts away from me. I forgive you for your indiscretions. Go now and sin no more.